Fabulous. Fantastico, as they say. Okay. I'm getting a few people that are popping up twice. They're in the meeting and they're also in the meeting room. So if you're on two devices, you might want to shut one down. Yeah, happy moon, new moon. OMG, feeling it. It's huge transformation. And I think I might be a bit a bit of a delay on the. Okay, good. Okay, marvelous. So, thank you all for being here. How are we doing, beautiful creators out there? Are you feeling the tension of this magical new moon? Oh, she says, with a laugh verging on crazy. Ah! What 3 steps? What are the... the new moon. Yeah, that's something I created a long time ago. And we know that there's a lot more than those. I think I've honed it now to the 5 steps. But yeah, that's a really simple kind of, manifestation. You get clear on what you want, stage 1. Stage 2 is where most people fall off the wagon. They don't know about tension. They're not creators like y'all. We're tested. Are you ready for what you love? Are you becoming that person? Are you going to muck it up if and when you get it? Yeah, stage 2 is it's a big stage. And then obviously the final stage is receiving, having that creation, celebration and completion. So I think there's some people here on the call from both our one-to-one work and the different groups. And I've invited you because this is a really valuable, incredible process. And you're going to leave the call today with a whole new perception and understanding around something that's potentially been causing you tension. And once you have that awareness, oh God, hold on. Okay, I am recording now. So yeah, you're gonna leave the call today with a whole new awareness around something in your life that's or someone or something or maybe even an organization that's causing problems, and you'll be able to just look at it in a whole new way. And you can work on whatever you want, but on this practice session, what I would suggest that you do is that you work in the area of money. Now, even if you're a millionaire or a multimillionaire, as human beings, as creators, we're always interested in getting to the next level. And from my experience of working with people, what I know is that for each new level that you want to get to, there's becoming a different person. There's new learnings, because you might have a limit or beliefs that limit you to a certain amount of money. So that's what we're going to do today. So let me read some of the comments. Yeah, perfect. It is. It's always perfect timing. I even find that on my coaching calls for, what comes up. And yeah, it's been a really interesting week with all of the eclipses and all of the, there's a new moon in a few hours. And I'm finding that many people, even people that aren't working with me, are like, you know what, enough is enough now. I'm not taking that into the new. And even when we speak our truth, and even when we set those intentions, it doesn't mean it's magically going to shift and change just like that, because obviously not everyone is on your level of consciousness. Not everyone is has the same intentions as you. A lot of people just want to keep their head buried in the sand. So I just want to say that I honor you. I honor you all for the path that you're walking and the work that you're doing, and for even choosing to be here. Um, because you have chosen to live in the heart, to live a love motivated life, rather than most people, unfortunately, and what we're taught and what we're getting drilled with, especially in the last few years, is fear, fear, fear. So we're choosing another path, and it's not always easy. So I honor you and I love you. And, not only have I got your back, we've all got each other's back, all of us that are creating lives with love. Yeah. Yeah, back to the choices, and back to the end result. And you're always taking action, even if you can just move an eyelid, and or even close an eyelid, and just imagine one of your end results, one of the things you want to create. Even that is creating those new neural pathways. And just be gentle, just be gentle with yourself. And that obviously also does need to balance with discipline and taking action. And all of that anyway, but obviously you can't have just just be gentle with yourself. But that anyway. So let's thank you for your comments and everything. So I'm not sure if I said it for the recording. So you're going to change your perception around something in your life that may have caused you problems. It's a really powerful, another powerful process. Change your perception, create a life you adore. And I guess what I love about this is that, you know what, it's going to speak for itself, but it really gives you a 360-degree view of your relationship. And if we choose money because it's a really good thing to use as an example, it's just very enlightening. It's very enlightening, and it's all about what's happening within us, because that's what's creating our external world. And I know that as we're shifting and recreating a new version of ourselves, that there will be bumps, there will be obstacles. And like I said, as long as you're just imagining the end result, if you were to take one thing away from our work, all these years for some of you long termers, or all these days for, hey, by the way, who have we got that's new on the call today? Have we got any new people? I think we have, but maybe not on the call. Anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome to you. Hey, gorgeous. Okay, great. So I can see a few people jumping on now. So welcome to the call. You're still in time for the magic. Yeah, but we're always moving forward and more into creating more of that more aligned, sovereign version of ourselves. And what do I mean by sovereign? Well, you can look it up on on the internet, Oxford Dictionary. My definition of sovereign is when two parties or two people come together without their projections and perceptions, just sovereign in their energy, like the figure eight. That's a sovereign relationship where we're just touching. Okay. This kind of a relationship is either dominant submissive or submissive dominant. This is aloof. And obviously, sovereign is what we're aiming for. Yeah. Thank you for asking. All questions are good. And, please always jump forward and ask questions because you're probably serving other people that either don't know or think they know. And just having that clarity is really positive. Okay. But as we're shifting and changing, what's important is where we're putting our focus. Like, what would you love? Where's your focus? And is our focus on what we don't have? Or maybe what's not working? Or what hasn't showed up yet? And you don't want to put your head in the sand. That's why we've got these great processes like the conflict process where you can get it all out and then clear the air. Speak to someone. This is what comes up for me. This is what I love. So we're not ignoring, we're not taking our focus away from things. We're not ignoring when there's, in inverted commas, problems or conflict or something that's not serving us. But when we're putting 51% or more of our focus on what we love, that's what we're creating. Remember, it's like shares in a company. If 51% of your focus is on what you love, like shares in a company, if you have 51% of the shares, you have control of that company. So is our focus on what we're creating? Because creation starts inside before it happens outside. And I know it's not always easy. I know. Yeah. But it's something to continually be aware that you're learning to master. Where's my focus? Where have I been putting my focus? Yeah. And actually, I want to add to that, then not beating yourself up if your focus was wobbly. Do a flipping conflict process. All of you, I think, have done that. Maybe not people that have only joined in the last few days. But what am I thinking? What am I feeling? How am I defining myself, others, and the world? And then read it all back. What's my underlying assumption? Next question. Where's my focus? Like, where's the power? Like, where is the flipping power? Because all of those answers will give that to you. What's the end result? Like, what does that all create? What does that all create? And then the bonus questions. Is that underlying assumption true? No. What would you love? What would you love to create? So we're trying to master our focus. Our focus creates our reality. Now, today is a really, really important day. 2222 yesterday. And even when you're watching the replay, but there's going to be a full moon or a new moon at some point soon, even, no matter when you're watching this. But today we've got a new moon in a few hours. Okay. And we're in a dark moon phase right now. So you're not going to be able to see the moon in the sky. Take a few days to appear as this beautiful new crescent moon. So it's such a good time to just let go of the old dross. And we're at the forefront of creating this new earth, because when you're creating a life you adore, you've committed to creating a world we all adore as well. You're on the forefront, you're on the razor's edge. You're the creators of the new. And it all comes back to this, your heart. What would you love? What would you love? And I know there's some beautiful hearts there. You know, I love you. I see you all. So there's new energies, especially with this new moon. And it's big. Today, we're going to be talking about relationships. And specifically, we're talking about our relationship with money and how that works, right? So first of all, I want to just explain a little bit about structure. So you'll need a pen and paper for this, or you can use a device. I want you to just write down, because we're going to get some clarity around understanding our own structure around money, okay? And I want to ask you, what's your ideal situation when it comes to your finances? I just want you to think about that. So what's your ideal situation when it comes to your finances? What's my ideal situation? You might want to close your eyes before answering, and feel free to let me know in the chat as well. Yeah, isn't the conflict process just incredible? And babe, you'll get to the point where you can just, in the middle of, or you'll remove yourself from the situation, be able to run through that in a few seconds in your head. How I wish the leaders of the world had these tools. They will. They will one day. That's what my heart would love. So let's go within. What's your ideal situation regarding money? When you think you've got it, feel free to share it. This is really, really important, because we're going to be doing a perceptual shift pattern today. So, great. Aha's already very interesting. And we have hardly started. So just feel into, what's my ideal situation when it comes to my finances? Like, how much do you make? And how much time do you put in? What do you do? More than enough. How much specifically is that? How much specifically is that? I'm free I'm abundant and I can do whatever I want. Great. But how much is that? How much is that specifically? You need to be specific. They're really good answers, and I'd expect that from people that have been doing this work for a few months. They're good answers. Overflowing with money. 50K a month, 30K a month. 1 million a year, part-time, automated. Many revenue streams. Making money when I sleep. I love it. I'm making a difference while I sleep. So type that in. 50K a month. And in flow. All right, so next question. Why? Why do you want that? Why do you want that? Yeah, please do feel free to share. I won't shame anyone. It's not a trick question. Honest, Governor. Yes. Why do you want that? No, I won't going to catch you out. Why do you want that? More freedom, more fun, fulfillment. With 3X, I love it. Adventures, holidays, independence. Brilliant. So here's the thing. Maybe it was a trick question. There's actually only one correct answer to this. So the first question was, what is your ideal financial situation? And then why? And there's one correct answer. And that answer is because that's what I want. That's what I choose. That's what I choose. I'm not being weird or critical or anything by saying it's just one answer and that's correct, you know. But it's just that every other answer really isn't going for what you love. It isn't going for the thing. Does that make sense? Like I'm trying to have the thing for some other purpose that isn't the thing. And what this actually says is that the thing isn't big enough. It has to have more than that. You know? And that used to be me. It's like, I want to have a successful business, or I want to have, a whatever, 80 grand month, you know. And it was never just because I wanted it. It was all these reasons because I didn't feel worthy to just have it, to just choose it. And then what happens is that you either don't create that or you create it and lose it. Just because I love it, just because I choose it, you know? And if you're like me and you maybe wrote, I want to help all these people, or I want to feel freedom, or whatever, no, just notice what's inherent in that answer. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So it's really important for us to understand this idea of negative goal setting, negative focus. And the negative goal setting is a structure where the goal you think you have isn't actually the goal. Like, I want to win the Olympics because I want to win the Olympics. Like, a negative goal would be, I need to prove to this person that I'm great, or I'm perfect, or I'm lovable, or I'm worthy, so I'm going to do it. Now, can you feel the different energies between these two? I want to win because I want to win. I play to win. Versus, I've got to prove this person that I'm a winner, that I'm good enough. Like, which one's actually going to feel good to create, but also for all the people surrounding it and you? Get it? Like, which feels juicy? Which is in alignment? I want it because I want it, because I choose it. Or, oh, I want to look good. I want it because of this or that or the other. Yeah, it's icky, doesn't it? Is that landing? Is that landing? Even if it's landing uncomfortably, that's cool. Sit with that discomfort, notice it. And the Olympics people, they might still win, but which one's actually going to feel really juicy and good and in alignment? And this is where we're going with the world, the earth. Like, this alignment. Even in sales, in marketing, in everything, it's like, is it aligned? Does it feel juicy? Does it feel good? So they might both win the Olympics, but one wins and goes, you know what? I did the thing that I wanted to do. Great, awesome. And my life continues. It just carries on. Whereas the other goes, I'm going to win and I'm going to prove them right. And they get there and they go, oh, what was all that about? And then they realize that the other person didn't really care at all. Or I'm going to win and prove to my mum or my dad. I'm going to win to show that I'm good enough in the world to be deserving. And then they get the thing. And then when they do, they can't even enjoy it. You see this with people who've made millions and millions or had hugely successful companies. They can't enjoy it. They miss the journey because the whole journey has been focused on this external outside thing. So it's really interesting to observe just what comes up with those questions. So let's ask the question again. And let's just allow yourself to surrender, to sink into it. What's the ideal situation? Just because you love it. And you know what? This used to be really difficult for me because I'd always be checking myself and like, oh. And the choice that I got clarity on around this, it was like a feeling. And it was my choice of having my next dog. I choose the end result of, a fun, fabulous dog that's perfect for me. Because I used to have a bit of a thing with the word perfect, but when I say perfect for me, it doesn't mean they're going to be perfect, but they're like what I need. They're perfect for me. They might be quirky and strange and a stray and a rescue and all sorts of things, but that'd be perfect for me. So when I thought about my dog choice, it was like just because I love it, just because I love it. I love dogs, and I'm so excited to have that dog in my life. Like they're such teachers for me. They teach me unconditional love. I love them. I chat to them all day. I love them. And when I just bathed and basked in my choice around my dog, I got such clarity around what I'm talking about now. I want it because I want it. I want it because I choose it. I want a dog because I love them. Get that? Does that help? Yeah, it might be a pony with you or something. Yeah, exactly. That is it. All right, brilliant people. So, what's your ideal average situation? Maybe think about your ideal average day. Because it just feels so, so, so good. And let go of any other expectations and just close your eyes and ask yourself that question. What's my ideal, perfect financial situation? Like, what just feels really good? What just feels really good? Right. 1 million a year just because it feels good. Doing what I love every day just because it feels good. Fantastic. And feel free to share in the chat box. Don't worry, I won't share any names. Good. Do you feel the lightness of that now? Do you feel the lightness? It feels juicy, doesn't it? Does that feel easy to manifest or what? It does to me. Yeah, and there absolutely is divine timing. Grace. Grace. And this is a really thing to do in every area of your life. You know, whether it's around your business or your love life or your health or whatever. Like, why do you want it? And it's such a good way of seeing where your focus is. Because your focus creates your reality. Where's your focus? Like, if you want to be sexy on the beach because you're trying to prove to others, then that's not the right structure. It's not the right structure. Yeah. So we're going to do an exercise and work on our relationship with money. Okay, we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We've already started shifting and having an experience. So what we're going to do is very shortly, I'm going to show you, I'm going to share a screen actually. Where is the screen I want to share? There it is. Okay, please let me know in the Facebook group and on Meeting if you've got this. You should see 3 chairs. Yeah. Okay, so you can do this imagining the 3 chairs in your mind, or you can imagine them laid out in your room or your office or wherever you are at the moment, okay? And I want you to imagine it's like you're at a coffee date with money. Okay. And I want you to imagine. So you've got the three chairs. I want you to imagine you're sitting in one of the chairs. Okay. And across from you, you're having a meeting with money. So the first thing I want you to notice is what's money's image like? What does money look like? How is it showing up? Okay. What's it like sitting across from money? What's it like? You might want to write this down. What's it like sitting across from money? And I want you to notice what your attitude and energy with money is like. What's your belief sitting across from money? What's your belief sitting across from money? And next, what's your outcome? What do you see as the outcome here? And how do you feel? What are you thinking? Your thoughts and feelings. What do you believe? What are the beliefs? All right. Good work, everyone. Any goals? Do any goals pop? Yeah, feel free to share. Feel free to share if anything came to you. Nice. Kiyosaki, I love it. In all of it. Yeah, so leave all of that in the chair now. And get up. And I want you to sit in chair number 2. Okay. And now you are floating into money's body, sitting down next to you. So you are looking back at you, but you are money. So close your eyes, float into money's body, sitting next to you. And just breathe in and be money. So breathing nice and deeply, and just really choose to breathe in through money and look back at you. So what's it like being money sitting across from you? So you're seeing yourself in chair one, seeing through money's eyes, breathing through money's lungs, hearing through money's ears, and notice the energy coming off the person in chair one, i.e. you. What's it like to be sitting across from this person? What's your belief? What's your outcome? As money, always coming back, you are money. What's your outcome? How do you feel? What beliefs does money have about you? What beliefs does money have about you? Just notice. You might want to jot those down. Feel free to share in the chat box. You worry about me too much. I'm right here. I want you to claim me. He wants to give to me. Nice. I'm yours. You deserve me. Because money is just a partner in life, and it loves fun. It loves light energy. It loves joy. Yeah. Money is just a measurement of value, a measurement of what other people have done to create value. Just a measurement. It's a measurement. It's a very beautiful measurement, but we make it into something else. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't care about your vibration. Look at Donald Trump. A lot of it turns up for him. It doesn't worry about his vibration. But we all create our own beliefs and our own limits. Yeah. It's just a measurement. It's like a centimeter. A centimeter measures ground. A mile measures ground. A kilo measures weights. Money measures value exchanged. That's it. It's a measurement. It measures value rendered to another human that's willing to pay for it. Yeah. It is powerful, and it's great that you're allowing your belief systems to be blown away, because you'll know in your heart that what I'm saying resonates. So we want to create this sovereign relationship, a healthy relationship, so that you and money can come together, so that you can embrace money more, don't we? We'd love you to have a beautiful, gorgeous, great relationship. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to play almost like a relationship counselor. Like, in a movie when a couple goes to see a couple counselor or relationship therapy, and they're like, "Ah, you want all of these amazing things in life, and you want to create these things. Can you guys just realize that you actually want the same thing and just choose to get along? Choose to flip and love each other. Choose to create what you love. You both want the same things. Can you? So, what do you need to know? Okay, so we're going to do this with money. Okay? We're going to do this with money. So, what I'd love you to do, all of you are going to have your own relationship counseling session with money, but much more sovereign. We're going to do this with money. Because I think a lot of us just need to get along better with money. I want to get along better with money. So we need to get up and sit down in chair number 3. In chair number 3. Okay? Now, you are the superconscious. And you've got access to all of the information. Now, so you've got chair 1, 2, and 3. You sit down in chair 3 and you are the superconscious. You choose to be the superconscious. You've got access to all the information now. And I want you to notice the you in chair 1 and money in chair 2. Now, what is the energy between them like? What is the energy between them like? And notice what money wants and what it desires. And then on the other side, you've got chair number 1, you, this beautiful human being, this amazing consciousness who has all of these dreams and wishes and desires. And as you sit there, I want you to absorb everything that you know about these two. What is it that they both desire? What is it that they both want? What is it that needs to happen for both parties to increase satisfaction? And just imagine sending this information to the respective chair. Just notice. Does that person need to let go of anything? You might want to coach them through it. What do they need? What are some of the beliefs that they need to let go of? Just bin them. Bung them into the void of this moon energy. What are some of the stories they need to put down? And what are some of the dogmas and the sayings, the excuses, the habits they need to bin or forget? That's it. Can you feel that? Beautiful shifts already. Notice how that human is changing. And let's shift our attention to money now. Let's really look at money. What is it? Where does it come from? The only way that money is created is by giving another human being what that human being desires to pay for. So, noticing that money just measures how much one human gives to another human for what they desire to pay for. It's just literally a law of how much of this is there. Just notice that. When you notice that to be true, this literally can get as big as you want it. And all the people it can serve. And let the human being know that. Hey, guess what, you lovely human? Excuse me, guess what? You can have as much as you'd love. It's just measuring how many people you serve, how many people you give what they want to pay for. It's just a measurement. You must give people what they want and give lots of it. Just share this truth. Because money is as abundant as there are human beings who have problems. And money is as abundant as there are human beings that have dreams and desires. Because money is just measuring, it's just measuring the value given. So just send that energy to the human until it finally understands what this thing is. Some people make money because they lend money to others and charge interest because people want that money. It's all a value, or there's a product. People work in a job, they're giving their employer what their employer wants. Or you make money on stocks and investments because you invest in businesses that other people want, or property. Investing in property because a lot of people want the property. So let that person, chair one, be you, feel that money is as abundant as there are humans who have problems and humans who have desires. Can you feel into that abundance now? That's it. And seeing, noticing that human being is starting to realize it and get it and figure it out. And look at money. Look at money. Does this energy have any evilness to it? Does it have anything evil about it? Let's look at it. Is there anything evil about it? No. There's nothing evil. It's not evil. It's just measuring a value exchange. So it's interesting that money gets such a bad rap, isn't it? It gets blamed for so much. Money just wants joy. It wants to flow. It flows to where there's value. But yeah, some people just haven't had enough of it, but that's not money's fault. The reason why they haven't had enough is because they haven't found ways to add value to other human beings. Yeah, absolutely. Some people with a lot of it have gone and they've done very silly things. Yeah, sometimes it does flow to people who are dishonest. Or they lie. Or they do what we perceive as evil. You see, money doesn't have a consciousness. It wasn't money that flowed to dishonest people. There's two sides to that, wasn't there? There was one side where there was a dishonest person, and then there's another side of a person not really doing their due diligence. But was it money's fault? Was it really this beautiful energy, this beautiful measurement? Was it really money's fault? So just consider that. Was it really? Or was it just a human error? Yeah, seems a bit silly now to blame money. Blaming money, it's just like, just an energy. So take that knowledge, that wisdom, and report it back to the human being. Like, that thing doesn't really create any negativity. Those humans are just there doing silly things and believing people that they shouldn't believe, making up stories. As you're here and you're being this inner counselor looking at these two, I want you to notice whether or not they're willing to be friends yet. And really, money has always wanted to be friends with the human. But how has this human being's relationship shifted towards the money? Yeah. Beautiful. So I want you to go ahead and I want you to see them coming together. Shaking hands, holding hands, maybe embracing, having a hug. And just picture that human. And now I want you to choose to step into that human being again in chair one. Take all of that wisdom and step back into your body. And I want you to look across at money now. And you may notice that it's there, or you may notice that it's you, but how does it feel to be sitting with money? How does it feel to be sitting with money now? And just anchor these new perspectives, these new learnings. Just notice and how your energy and your attitudes towards money have shifted. Just notice. You might want to jot down some notes. Yeah, feel free to share in the chat. Come back gently. I love it. Well done, everyone. It's a win-win. Yeah, there's no other outcome, is there? Yeah. I love it. And no, absolutely. The energy of money does not have a conscience. Just like a kilometer or a centimeter has a conscience, it doesn't. Yeah, a kilogram has a conscience. No. Yeah. Good. I'm glad you love that. So, was that a good session? Was that a good session? Good. I love it. Well done, everyone. So, have an incredible week. Oh, I'm sharing still. Have an incredible week and go forth and create more juiciness. Focus, focus, focus. I love you all so much. See you next time. Bye, beauties. Love you. Thank you. Bye, honeys.